Hey guys, how's it going? Alex here, and today was my pre-op appointment. 2 days from now, I am having surgery. I still can't believe it. October 27th, which is Thursday, and yeah, the appointment went well. It was a lot better than the one before, the one that left me traumatized and sobbing. It was better than that. I took that video down, so some of you may or may not know that my surgery was canceled in the way that we were going to do it, which was bill insurance for a reduction, and then she was just going to do top surgery. But she doesn't feel comfortable anymore, and said that I could have a breast reduction and bill insurance that way, or that I could pay for a top surgery. And it's her right to choose. To make that choice, to change her mind. But God, it was just terrible timing. For months and months, I'd been going through all of the medical means and also denying myself tea because she said it was a red flag. And I've had a lot of stuff come up without being on testosterone. And I had just gone on vacation. I would never have gone on vacation if I knew I was going to fork out $6,000 the following week. Of course, I didn't come up with $6,000 the following week, and so my surgery that was supposed to happen on the 11th, which then was moved to the 18th, has ultimately been moved to the 27th because I was able to get it funded with a loan. And I want to make a video about privilege about that, but not right now. Yeah, so I'm sorry, I need some water. Where'd I go? Hello! So, pre-op appointment today, though. It went well. I asked her about her her revision policy, and she said it was the same, as most revision policies. If it's a result of the surgery, that she doesn't charge a fee, and they normally do it locals, so it's like $150 if you need a revision, and that seemed pretty legit, not a big deal. But I actually have never seen any of her stuff that requires revisions, and I've seen some guys who've their chests, they had big chests, so that is promising. And it was good to just talk to her and let her know that while I did not appreciate the way that this information came to me, I understand, and I am so grateful that she's able to reduce her fee to the amount that she did. And also, I really appreciated that she said sorry. I don't know, doctors don't really seem to say sorry. Maybe it's a thing that they're coached against, with, I don't know, malpractice issues, but she did say sorry, and she meant it. And so I feel okay with going back to her, going to Dr. Agarwal. She has phenomenal work. She's been doing a lot of guys here in the valley. This last probably 12 months or so has been a huge explosion in her base. And in fact, I think this is part of the reason why she backed out of it last minute. Is next month in November, Salt Lake is hosting a gender conference. It's a third gender conference, and I'm really excited. This is the first time I've ever gone. But she's doing a panel and discussing her technique and her costs and different financing options. And yeah, and there's a show and tell, and I've been asked if I want to go, but I'll only be 2 weeks post-op, so we'll just see how I feel. And I don't know, I'm not on T. I do feel a little self-conscious about that. But anyway, because of this gender conference coming up and the fact that my doctor is realizing how small the trans community is, I think she realized that this surgery would really open her up to future insurance fraud risks, because it's going to get around. And if one person found out that she did it, and then maybe another person would blackmail her, and I don't know. She didn't discuss any of this, but I get it. I think she just didn't realize how small the community was, And not to say that we're someone's gonna blackmail, but you never know. It'd be well, you did it for one person, Why shouldn't I mention it? You should do it for me, Sorry, that's so annoying. So, yeah. Getting a bunch of things for surgery. I went and got my little stuffed animal dry cleaned because he was a diseased little effluent, and I don't want to have anything dirty next to me. Like, I have been increasingly aware of my germ phobe, and I think it's seriously becoming a phobia. I need to talk to someone about it because, anyway. So I did laundry, and I got a bunch of coconut juice, so when I can't poop, I'm just gonna drink coconut juice. And I put Netflix on my Wii, and I made the dining room table a game table with puzzles and sketchbooks and books on CD, and I told my dad that I cannot exist just in my bedroom watching TV or the TV room watching TV. We've always had a fight about puzzle table. I've always wanted one, and he says no. I also have been denied a dog my entire life, so I've had it rough. Rough. But, yeah, I told him, I get a puzzle table for the next 3 weeks, and I get 3.5 weeks off of work, and work's gonna pay me for 2.5 of those weeks. So that's cool. But it won't be, like, right on my paycheck, I think, but it's still very, very awesome. And my best friend is going with me to the surgery, and when I think about it, I get a little teary-eyed, because I want her to be there with me for all the scary parts. You know, like the IV. Like, I don't know if that's really scary. I think it's kind of interesting, but I've never had an IV. But that stuff doesn't bother me. It's like when she comes in and you take off your shirt and she just starts drawing on your boobs. I think that feels a little scary, because this is it. You just hope your wildest dreams come true, you know, when you come to. But I'm really excited to have my best friend with me. She's going to be staying at my house for a few days, and yeah. So just getting ready, doing different things. I have to go buy a bunch of button-down shirts tomorrow from the local thrift stores out here. They're called the DI, Desert Industry, because I live in Utah. But anyway, okay, I've kind of rambled on enough. It's coming up 2 days and a bit. Alright, see you guys. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to say, and this is an important thing to say. My dad and I have really gotten very close over this, and over my surgery being canceled, because his perspective really changed. It went from accepting that this has to happen to supporting and embracing it. And even though it was really, really traumatic, being told a week before surgery that it's canceled, or I come up with a bunch of money, or I have a procedure I don't want, even though that was really less than desirable, the thing that was amazing that came from it is my dad really showed up, and he hugged me when I was crying, and he was just like, I'm so sorry. If I had the money, and I know he doesn't have the money, and you know, I can take a little bit of pride in paying for this. So anyway, we wouldn't have made this kind of progress right before surgery unless this happened. There's no single event that I could conceive of that would have prepared him for the necessity of my transition, other than seeing how it affected me when everything was unsure, right? When it wasn't happening. And that's huge. That's huge, because now my anxiety with surgery is so much less. I don't worry about how I'm going to be treated at my house, and that was like 85% of my anxiety. So anyway, my dad's a cute little guy, and I'm really lucky to have him. And he's going to come up to the surgery center with me as well. So yeah. And thank you for all your nice comments, and I really like the indignant fist waving responses for my other video, but I had to take that down, the one about my surgery being canceled, because I couldn't see that I couldn't see it. I couldn't be aware that it was somewhere existing where I was actually iterating the words of truth, so I had to just delete the video. But anyway, okay, rambled on enough, bye.